everyone. My name is Matheus Gaudencio, and I'm from Deco, and I'll be hosting today's community draw. I'm hosting on the last part of this event, but I want to open to my friend Eric that I asked to be on the stage now. So, what's community draw? What we are doing here? And what you've been doing during this next 40 minutes. So WebDraw is the last product from Deco, and Eric will present more information about it. And here we are doing a special event so we can share our solutions or share our apps and share what we are doing, and especially advances that we made on the product, but also what the community has done and that is interest to share. So I ask you that is hearing our event to share your apps on the chat so we can discuss it later. On the first part, Eric will present you the WebDraw itself for those who don't know, and a little about how to use it. Then, in the core of this event, Lucis will present a new way to use WebDraw, especially to connect with database, but I will leave this for later. And then I will finish this event discussing about the apps that you shared on the chat. We already have someone that has published one app to show here, and I am glad if you post more apps here during this event. So that's all for an introduction. I leave you with Ericus. Ericus, feel free to present yourself and to discuss a little about WebDraw.
Hey guys, Heracles here. I'm a software engineer at Deco, and as Matheus said, I will be going to show you the WebDraw platform. Let me share my screen now. So this is the blank state of cards of our platform. This is WebDraw, web IDE, a canvas for creating things and iterate over ideas, apps, drawings, image. Um, it allows us to do a lot of things using AI. Of course, I want to show you like an onboarding, what are the capabilities of this tool. So uh, seeing this here, let's embrace this blank canvas and think about what can we build today. I was wondering if I could like make some portfolio because it's a thing that I always wanted to do, but as a software engineer, I never had time to build my own portfolio. So I think this could be a great idea to start here. Let's start writing here a portfolio and drawing some stuff. So here I can draw my own portfolio in the way I want it to be. So my name, I can put my name here. Anyways, Emmanuel. Oops. And I also want a badge here, software engineer. Let me turn this here, tilt a little. I like fancy stuff. I won't be putting things aligned, but what can I do here? I already have this, but I can ask a lot of things to WebDraw do for me. As example, we have three major buttons or actions like here, as you can see, drawing, image, or app. I can ask WebDraw to complete my app, so I can just do the selection, and ask it to complete to me. So it probably doing about me section. Oh, okay, okay. Project 1, project 2, account and content. Let me just fix this here. It's not that good about breaking text, as you can see. But let's do some adjustments in this section. I can move it here. High quality code, of course, high quality code. When it's possible. Just kidding. I like this kind of structure for creating my own portfolio. But before iterating over that, I also want to give some instructions to the LLM when creating my app. I want some shapes here, floating shapes here, and please add a depth. Fact, yes, this is supposed to be tilted. Native here, bold, and yeah, I think I like that. But I also want to give some information about the style I want. So for that, I loaded some images here as references. I can use them as reference images like this one. And I will ask WebDraw to use this no brutalism. I love no brutalism style. Uh, uh, style to create my portfolio. Also, its colors as in the image. Um, yeah, I think I have some information here already, and I can ask WebDraw to create my app. I'm not sure if okay. I'm satisfied with that for now. And then I just pressed the app and it's generating my code already. So next steps here, WebDraw will compute that and create my landing page or portfolio in HTML. Basically, turning into reality what I just drew here. So let's wait some seconds, a few seconds, and here's my portfolio. Um, and I can let me put this in a oh, there's a shape over there. Add more. We can iterate too, like add more shapes on the background and animate them. It's beautiful. I like that. Cute, right? Okay, so you have more floating shapes here. Let me expand to see if something changed. Okay, nice. And I also have some stuff animated as I asked, you know? That's cool. I like it this portfolio already. I'll save this for later. But we can also create some things like I can ask WebDraw to generate images. I want a calculator. We are kind of obsessed here with calculators. Don't ask me why, but all the team loves calculators. Uh, and I can ask WebDraw to generate an image of a calculator for me. Um, it'll do. Of course, it lasts a lot of seconds. Not that much, I hope, but some seconds to generate that. Meanwhile, I can iterate here, but I'm satisfied for now. Uh, calculators. Oh, I put calculators, not a calculator. Well, not what I was expecting. I just wanted one, but I can ask it to just draw a calculator for me, and it will out complete my draw as it did in the first one, like my portfolio. But here's the calculator. I can stop, of course, at any time. But let's see how it goes. For 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I'm probably the action buttons. Yeah, I like that. And done. I can ask him an image from here, and from the image drawing, as you have seen already, I can just ask, for example, a landing page based on this image and ask. So WebDraw is processing my image here and my code here. Here's my new image. Oh, that was cool. Love that. And animated, love that. Create a functional one and as from an image an app. So this is WebDraw at a glance, a short piece of what we can do using WebDraw. Lucy's will probably showing a more advanced usage here. I always love his examples using WebDraw. So I think you like to. Let's just wait for WebDraw to create this functional calculator here, so I can show you. And here's the calculator. Looks like this one, and I can 6 plus 3 equals 9, and ta-da! That's it, guys. Hope you have liked that. And this is WebDraw.
Thank you for your presentation, Ericles. Nice results. Really impressive and wow moments here. Let's move on in this event, and I call Lucis to present some features and usages on WebDraw. Lucis, feel free to present yourself and your demo.
Amazing. Thank you, Mateus. Um, I cannot share my screen. I'm not sure if it's a limitation from my Discord. Do I need to do something about it? I will probably need to switch the browser, but I'll do that in a little bit. Yeah, I'm Lucis. I work in the WebDraw team, and my demo won't be as colorful and nice as Ericles, and hopefully it won't be advanced too. I want to bring you a simple thing for that you could try at home. And for that, I will need my screen. So let me open Discord on
Can you
my
can
web
you try
browser.
can you try share again?
Oh, amazing. Thanks. You guys are awesome. Um, okay. Does this work? I want to try sharing. Is it working? I don't know.
Yes, we are able to see two
Okay.
screens, one with your browser, other with the Discord.
Yes, I will try that out. If I wanted to give the chat less space, but Discord doesn't allow. Just because, oh, I can do this. Yes, it will break, but okay. Um, because I really want to make clear that you can contribute and ask and stop me for questions. Let's start with something that I want to do. I want to. I have seen all the amazing applications that you've sent here, and I want to help the community draw team organize those submissions for us to like plan in advance any demos that can be scheduled here. So I want to create a simple form where anyone from the community can share their app in order for them to present at a specific date. I'm not sure if that's very clear, but it's something like submit presentation. Yes. And then they can describe themselves. I will just put Discord user as a placeholder. We can think on better ways of identifying the user later. And I want to create a simple form with app title or presentation title, maybe. Um, app URL, which will be optional. I mean, people can maybe share an experience or not necessarily an app that they have created. I would just put app URL as optional. And why did you create that? I want to understand people's motivations. And this form naturally has a submit button. The next logical thing for me to do here regarding how the app works is to explain how this will be shared, right? How this will be how this will affect the word. What happens when I click on submit? I hadn't added that specification. And this has been the state of most apps that you can do in WebDraw. Hopefully, we want to change that because some ideas require more complex flows, connecting with Google Sheets, connecting with a file that you have, or connecting with a database. I want to bring you a first option in order to do that. And hopefully sparkle any other ideas as well. Of course, I could use the Google Sheets or any API that I already have available, but supposing this will become an application later, I might want to start a new database or something like that. And I brought here to show you how to use the Firebase database. For those who don't know what Firebase is a tool from Google. They have been with Google for a while. They have a database, it started with a database, but it's a whole suite of applications, of APIs, for you to create your real-time application, your apps. So most importantly, it has let me find it in a bit, the Firestore database, which is first a NoSQL database. What does that mean? It means that I don't need to specify the exact type of data I will deal with to start creating. And I think that's very cool because in the beginning, you are not so much worried about your data integrity and all of that. You just want to see something live. It has a powerful query engine. It's deployed like everywhere and it's real time as well, which is very cool. You can create real time applications easily. And I'm going to show you starting from scratch. I will create a new Firebase project. I will click get started here and show how to go from zero to a way for us to use that on WebDraw. I have a lot of other examples here. This one will be community draw, and it will find the username. Firebase comes with Google Analytics bundled, so if you ever need Google Analytics for your app, you can use and it will kind of integrate it. I need to select a Google Cloud account, but after that, it will just spend a couple of seconds creating the app. And basically, any one of you can do this. It doesn't cost anything. In fact, Firebase has a generous free tier where you can like start and have like gigabytes of data. It's 1 gigabyte for Cloud Store, for example. You can have 20,000 writes a day and 50,000 reads a day. So you can write data 20,000 times and read 50,000 in a day, which I think it's enough for you to try it out and to start something. And there are a lot of other cool things that we might not use today, but in the future they will be useful. So let's start. I have created a Firebase project, and as the first step, it will guide me to create and to connect to a running application. So it will prompt me actually to create a database. I will make it available near my house, so it will be in São Paulo. And Firebase has a very powerful security mechanism for you to control how people will access the data. This is very useful, especially if you're going to create real apps, and it can get you very far. But for now, I will start in test mode, which basically allows anyone to write and read. And it's going to be okay because I'm just creating the application and I can change that later. So now Firebase is provisioning my Firestore database. And after we have that finished, I want to show you a widget I have here, which is not in my widget library. In your widget library, actually, it's only on mine, but this will change. And it's a simple widget. It just has some instructions here. I just need to paste a configuration file that we will get now. I have my database now working. This has a nice UI and I like the how to use it here, but you don't need to interact with that. You just need to create the database. Now I have to go back to the project here just to get the configuration, and it's prompting me to start adding Firebase to your app. It has support for iOS and Android and Unity and Flutter as well. I will choose the web version. I said it's the community call webdraw. It doesn't matter all that much, this application. I won't need Firebase hosting for now, which is a very cool feature that we might use later. And then it gives me this Firebase config, which is the only information necessary for me to connect to my database. So I'll just copy this, the rest is not important, and I will paste it in my widget. And I can't paste it. No, yes, because the paste, the config here is another text. With the widget configured, I know this seems a bit cryptic for those who don't know Firebase, but you only need to do that. Now you're saved. This widget will work fine. I can use here to give some more directions on what I want to do with this app. So I will write with my own words that when the user clicks, add a new entry in Firestore. If I just add this widget and add it here, it will probably work. Just because I want to be more complete, I will say create a database if it needs, if you need it, if you need. I don't know if database is the name. I have not created anything prior in my Firestore database. So do your thing. And I could probably add more information here, but let's see what that brings me. Just for something I have been using later and it will probably become a widget, I will ask to use semantic UI. And I know that it sometimes break because jQuery is not included, so include jQuery. And let's go, let's generate this app. The cool thing is that Firebase is an application that was always created to be a database for front-end apps. So they don't require you to have server code. With just HTML, JavaScript, and a powerful scripting, a powerful permission model, it will create some cool things. Let's, for example, send this checkout that John has sent here for this. John, the presentation title is the checkout app. And he did create because all the other checkouts, I don't like them. And I will hit submit and it will say that your presentation has been submitted. Let's see if it's there. I will go back to my Firestore. Where is Firestore? Here. And it's here. I have it worked in the first time. It usually is very good. It doesn't break a lot. But now let's create our app. I will create now a view version that this won't be shared. This can be shared. So let me go with you. You can also start sending your beautiful suggestions. And why I'm not with Lucy's? I don't want anyone to take Lucy's before me. I don't know if you guys are, if you folks have seen that, but now you can have custom domains here. And let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Probably was this version here. So for a while you can use this link, but To have it being useful, I'll create the screen where Mateus will take a look. So this is the presentation submissions, and I can get a little descriptive here and start drawing the UI, but sometimes I can just like, please do your thing. I'm not a good designer. So I will, in this case, just share a snippet of what, oh, someone deployed WebDraw. This happens all the time. I will get what I need here. So this is the line where it's adding the data. So in here, I have everything necessary for me to add there as a context. It's a bit cryptic. We'll figure out a better UX, but for now, I'll do this. I want you to show all registrations from Firestore. This is the code I used to create them. And let's not forget of our Firebase widget. And if everything works fine, this should be necessary. Are you testing the presentations? Yeah, I have a new one here. Let's see what ends up in the first try. For those who are in need of this widget, I will send it over. Let me see if this works. Oh, wow, it already has worked. So yes, I have this here, and there's a chance. Let's see. Firestore is a real-time database. So by default, you can see the new things in real time. Let's see if it works. I will add Lucy's, the submit presentation app. The link is not this link, is actually this link here. And I thought was cool. If I submit, I won't see it in the first time, but I can ask, I want to see the new presentations in real time. And I will ask for it. Sometimes it understands me. But of course, if I go back and go here, it will have the new thing that I've sent. But for finish, I won't try a second time. But let's see. La 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 la. And yeah, it's working. It's working real time here. You can create a lot of single real time applications, a distributed counter, a voting, a chatting. Firebase is really good for this, and you can even explore things that people have built. And in order for you to test, while we did not distribute it, I will paste it here. And it's going to be I think it's here already. Yes. You just need to edit the widget and add your credentials, but it's working sound. I haven't done anything fancy behind your back. This is it. I will improve it later and share it on our widget library here. New things are starting to appear. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
So we are able to build database integrated real-time applications using Draw in matter of seconds. That is very nice and was very surprised. I expect a lot of our Draw developers here to use this tool widget and what Lucy's present here to improve and show new applications soon. Well, thank you again, Lucis, and that was very surprising. And also, it's fantastic that you are able to build your own widget to create something that will ease the process of developing new applications and share with us here. Well, for the last part of the community, I thank you all that shared your applications. I will show some examples that are that you shared here. If you have an application and you want to show the community, please post in the chat. I'm already started to ask you on via DM for your account so I can give you some credits for this, for what you are here to show. Well, thanks again for everyone that shared with me the links for your application, and I show here what people from community has been doing. Well, I want to start with my own example. I know that is very simple now that I see what people are cooking here, but yeah, it's interesting no matter what. So for my first example, for those who don't know, I used to teach JavaScript, and I want to make a simple exercise. So I asked the webdraw to do an application to test JavaScript code, and they asked specifically that this app will have a place where you can put your code and execute it and test it. So after share application, I have this as a JavaScript test. The first question that I put here is you to do a function that will receive an array and the test if it returns the max number. I only put this as input, so there is no description about evaluation of the code, how you test it, or anything like that. And when I click execute, I see there is an error. The result is incorrect. So if I fixed this solution, or my given solution, click execute, it will show success. For me, and I used to have a database of questions with more than 1,000 questions. This enabled me to create exercises very easily. And was a nice example that I want to show here, more related to educational, to the educational sector. And well, as a second example that I made myself, there is a mobile ad of a game where I need to shoot some bullets that come from, or some enemies that come from afar, and they are randomly generated. So I made this nice game here to so I can play when I want to. And I ask for a Atari visual here. I don't know if many of you had played Atari, but it's a very, very, very old game console, video game console. But it was nice to see it done, and it was relatively easy to do so. As you can see here, I mostly draw a very ugly interface, and they ask you for a prompt on the left side of my drawing. Let's see now the community examples. More from what we receive. We receive from Beatrice an example of construction of a landing page that will show instructions about an offsite event, specifically the offsite event at Deco. And she provides a nice description about how it was intended to use. I will just not show here the full video since I saw there is some sensitive information here related to some documents, but it was something nice to see. And for the next example, let me see here. Oh, Tavano sent a memory game, and I already played with it. So I clicked here, I see a green, and I see a purple tile, a red and the orange, blue and the yellow, and I already forget what. I see a green, and later I saw that those two green are different. So besides a memory test, it is also a test to see if you have any issues seeing some colors. But yeah, here I did a match and it kept it. Okay, here another match. Remember the yellow is here somewhere. Yeah, here. Another match. And it's nice to see that. I don't know if Tavan is here, but if you can show a little. Yes, Luis Souza is Are You a Colorblind game? And the first time that I clicked on green and in the slightly different green, I asked it, it's not working or I have some problem to see green. Well, let's move on. We have more examples to show. Here the roulette, the discount roulette that allows you to spin the roulette and see how much discount you can receive in the during a checkout in during e-commerce example. And I already see this implemented in some stores, but it's nice to see that you are able to do so using WebDraw. I don't remember who made this example. Maybe Paulo? Let me see here on the chat really fast. And if so, anyway, was a nice spin on how you use the WebDraw. Let's go to the another example. That was from Luis Souza, the Tower Defense 3D. And after I seen this example, my little game was blown away by this. Well, final score of 90. I believe that there is someone who reached a bad score here, 110. Tavano. Nice results. Let's see what more we have here to show. O jogo da cobrinha. So let me restart here and click Finish and then click in Start. It's nice to see that I'm pressing the keyboard, the arrow keys to move my snake. This is based on old Nokia game for those who use the mobile phones in the last century. What? Let's see if I can keep myself. Yes. Wow, nice. Oh, it restarts itself. Okay, I will not. Yeah, I'm used to play this game, by the way. Yes, I can I can definitely move over myself and game over for me. Again, John shared with us. Thank you, John. This checkout. So this checkout with basic information where you put your name, last name, email, credit card. Let's see here. Oh, I'm already seeing that it has responsive design. So that is nice. Let me create here. Here. Yeah, responsive design by default. Nice usage of colors. And the fields here also. For instance, subscribe to our newsletter was a checkbox. There's a nice button for expiration date, credit card number. Okay. Nice. Just to check it here. It outlines when you select the input field. Someone was asking for a responsive checkout design, and we can see that we already have one available here. And also the Lucis application that he shared a few moments ago. It was nice to see that's connected with Firebase. I shared here to show also the JavaScript and the HTML and how it was made. So we can see here there is a script here to connect with Firebase. All information here is public. Firebase is a client-based database, so there is no security issue here by showing those data. But it's nice to see that it was able to create a nice code here for this input. So I believe that I'm showing all the examples from the community. Again, if I ask you via DM to your account, please share with us so we can give you some credit for your work. I thank you for sharing with us. And if possible, also share those solutions and those apps with the world As you can see, every link here is public, so you're able to send to your friends, to colleagues, to show that on LinkedIn, and to show what you have done on TikTok, Instagram, and your social media overall. Well, guys, that's all that I have for today. I want to thank you all again for this moment. Thanks, Lucis and Ericus, for discuss a little about how I have done, and also everyone that was here in the chat. It's nice to continue to be part of this community. Thank you, Lucas, for for being in production, helping us, guide us during this event, and see you again on the next week. Bye bye.